eligible relatives to their vaccine appointments can get their own shots, even if they're not eligible yet. That is effective today, and that's in areas hit hardest by the virus. The Sacramento County Public Health Department spoke about that change today.
That's going to give our providers working in those areas a little more latitude to use discretion to begin vaccinating others in the community.
And again, the Department of Public Health says it will be up to the health providers to decide who to give that vaccine.
Here's a look at the progress California is making on the vaccinations. Nearly 16 million doses have been given out at this point, and health officials say about 17% of the population over 60.
All right, sorry about that. Let's see if this works. Okay. All right, we should be good now. Okay, so as I was saying, yeah, so Rick he's out to dinner with Tim and Manny, and I've got a feeling, I was telling Eldon earlier, I got a feeling Rick probably thought that he was going to get a free dinner, but something tells me that Rick is probably getting the bill, and so we'll see how that works out. But anyhow, we'll just jump right into this. But before I do want to mention that tomorrow, Friday, at 11 o'clock in Rockland, for those of you that don't have the information already, check with whoever invited you here, or check with your upline for the details of where it's at. But tomorrow, that meeting with Tim and with Manny is going to be at Cool River Pizza in Rockland. So if you need the address, you need the directions, you could Google it, but it starts at 11 o'clock. I don't know what they're going to be talking about. I don't know what the content is going to be, or what's going to be shared. But I have a feeling that what Tim is going to bring and what Manny is going to bring is really going to be the secret to potentially changing your future for the good, right? For better. This, I mean, Tim is a multimillionaire. I mean, a super successful businessman before he started this company even. So the knowledge that he has, right? And what he's going to share with us tomorrow really, I believe, has the opportunity to impact your life and change the direction in a positive way of what you're doing, where you're going, right? So, which I think is kind of a good introduction to the slide here. InVida, your future starts here. So we'll just jump into this. If I can get it to do what it's supposed to do. There we go. All right, so we'll start with who we are at InVida. Speaking of Tim Sparkman, he is the gentleman that is on the left-hand side over there. So you can see him on the side. Then you've got Amy Early, Chief Operating Officer. We've got Rich Rossi, author of 2 books. Also just a really smart guy. If you've ever had an opportunity to talk with him, he's always got a wealth of information to share. And then, of course, Philip Hudgens is our president and CEO. We are a privately owned company. So if you've ever worked for a company that is owned by shareholders, traded on the stock market, that's a different culture. And so you could probably appreciate a family-owned, privately owned business. We were founded in 2015. These guys, even just excluding the young lady there, have got over 100 years of industry experience. And then there's a proven sales system. So, sorry, I got to get my little thing out of the way. Sorry, guys. I don't do this all the time. So then ground floor opportunity. Of course, as Rick is fond of saying, we're anticipating doing close to $100 million or $100 million in business this year. So Whether or not we are still a ground floor opportunity is up to debate. But our vision, let's talk a little bit about that, is to be the industry's most trusted source for financial solutions for families, individuals, families, and businesses. Now, as a company, we've taken the proper steps to position you for financial freedom. So as you're looking, as you come in tonight, you're looking at this opportunity and trying to decide whether or not this might be the right opportunity for you. You're probably wondering, well, why InVida? Why would this be the right opportunity? Why would this be the best opportunity for me? And these are some of the things that we provide that make us unique, that make us different. First thing is our 6-step quick start, fast track promotion guidelines. Most of you have probably seen those. If you haven't, you can ask whoever invited you here for a copy of that. Then we have our virtual training, our virtual training and selling strategies. We're going to teach you how to set appointments and close sales. One of the things that I hear all the time from people that are new and people that maybe have got their license and are coming from a different company, they've been somewhere else already for a short time. I hear this a lot, that there wasn't support. I wasn't supported there. I didn't feel like I was getting the proper training and help that I need. And one of the things that I just love about our company is that I really don't think that that is an excuse, that not excuse, but I really don't think that that's something that anybody's going to be able to say about InVida, because we have so many just opportunities for training and for development in your business. You will always feel supported because of these various things. So profit sharing, business legacy programs, advanced markets, business development, agency development. So if you wanted to develop and build an agency, we can show you how to do that. Promotions and bonuses, incentive trips, ownership. We've got, if you look at the screen of people here, you can see Eldon sitting on the beach. I know Gina's used a similar background. So if you like trips and taking trips, we've got that. We're going to teach about hiring strategies and techniques for those of you that are interested in building a business and developing an agency. We also have cross-selling systems and strategies. And then if that's not enough, one of the biggest markets in the United States that's underserved is the Hispanic market. And so we have a Latino division that focuses on that market and brings the support and help that they need. And then there's educators retirement, Medicare, business to business, and so much more. Now at InVida, we've been conditioning agents for the past 5 years. Again, not my slide, so I can't say that for me it's been a lifetime, but people within the company, for some people within the company, it's been a lifetime that they've been conditioning agents for years. And we have these training, all these divisions, right? Training all these divisions and multiple selling systems where you can come in and we're going to help bring you along from teaching you how to set appointments through the whole process to closing, right? There's opportunities to generate prospects. Now, whether you're looking at or talking about prospects on the client side, we're going to show you how to do that. Or we're talking about prospects on the business building side. Either way, we can show you how to do that. And then going back to just touch on like that daily support, that training that's offered. Every day of the week, there is some type of training that's happening, both in English and in Spanish. So you're getting support, whichever language it is that you prefer there. So, Monday we've got cross-selling, Tuesdays, advanced markets, annuities, Tuesdays also MedSup, Wednesdays, financial literacy, Thursdays, the national training call, and then on Friday is agent development. All right, what's happening in our country? Let's find out. Well, there is a pandemic. Let me go back to that one, sorry. There is a pandemic where millions of people are unemployed. And, Snapchat reminded me here just not too long ago that it's been a year now. So it was last week, my fiance showed me that her Snapchat was showing her an old snap that was a year old, and she was like day 6 of quarantine, right? So it's been a year that this pandemic has been upon us, right? Millions of people are unemployed. And if there's one thing I've learned, one thing I've seen, and maybe you'll agree, maybe not, but it's that we are, as a culture, we have been conditioned to accept this. Haven't we all heard that this is the new norm, right? Like this is the new norm that we're living in. Not eating inside restaurants, wearing the mask. It's a new world that we're living in. People have lost their insurance, their benefits, their retirement plans. You could say it's challenging times. Attitudes are changing. People are settling for what they've been given. But the problem is not these things. The problem is not the pandemic. It's not the challenging times. It's not the attitudes. The problem is that we've stopped fighting for our financial freedom. So what does America represent? Well, America represents financial freedom. The home of the free, the land of the brave. Thousands of men and women have fought for this. You probably have heard the saying that all gave some gave all. And so our mission at InVida is to teach people how to live the life that they desire. And this simply means that we must continue to fight for this freedom. And again, just we take for granted, I think, the opportunity that we have sometimes living in this country, guys. We have an opportunity to be able to create for ourselves what we want, right? And listen, what I want doesn't have to be what you want, and what you want may be different than what somebody on the screen next to you wants, and that's okay. But all of us have a desire for something. All of us have something in our lives that we desire, right? There's something that is perhaps behind us that's pushing us and propelling us towards this desire, this life that we dream of. And I keep looking at Eldon there on the beach, and I love water, I love lakes, I love, I love that. But we've got the opportunity to help people live the life that they desire. Sorry, people keep coming in, so that's why I'm getting distracted here. But what does this mean at InVida? Well, it means opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. You got opportunity to create financial freedom. Now, I would ask you, I'm not going to unmute everybody right now, but I would ask you to think about what is financial freedom when you think about that. Like in your mind, what is financial freedom? Early retirement. You've got the opportunity for early retirement. Now that could mean that you could retire at 65 instead of 70. It depends on your age, right? Like what does that mean for you, early retirement? And then you also have the opportunity for team building. Now, what does this mean to you? Okay, what does this mean to you? Well, what's your mindset? All right, what's your mindset? How do you think about things? How do you think about the world? How do you think about your life? How do you think about what you want to get out of life? Are you expecting somebody to hand you something? Are you expecting to work for something? Are you expecting to be able to work in a kind of a level playing field and to be able to go out and to get what you want and achieve what you desire, assuming that you're playing by the same rules as everybody else? You have the same opportunity that everybody else has. And so you can create what you want to create, right? Are you ready to fight for your financial freedom? And I think that's kind of like a question of how bad do you want what it is you say you want? We're all here On some level, we're all here because we want more, right? We want more. All of us are somewhere. We're doing something. And one of the questions that I typically ask the people that I'm talking to, as far as my prospects, I want to find out, why are you here? What is it that's bringing you here? What are you looking for? But all of us are looking for something, right? We're looking to better our lives. We're looking to progress and to move forward and to achieve more and to do more, get more. And are you willing? What are you willing to do about that? What are you willing to give in exchange for what you want? Because there is a price, right? Nothing that you want in life is going to just come to you for free. There is a price. And are you willing to pay that price in advance? So the question down at the bottom is, do you want to be part of the problem or part of the solution? Well, in the life insurance industry, okay. So I came out of a different industry, and I thought that the industry that I came out of was really big. I was in home building. They did, billions of dollars a year in revenue within that industry. And then I saw this slide, and wow, these numbers are just mind-blowing, right? $6.3 trillion in assets, $638 billion in annual premiums. Rick always points out that this is an old slide. This is from 2016, so it's likely that these numbers are even greater today. So this is a solid industry. If you're outside of the industry and you're thinking about whether or not this is the right industry to be in, well, yeah, this is a solid industry. So definitely a good place to be. Now, is there a need for what we do? Well, the 93% of Americans say that life insurance is something that most people need. I know I've found that to be true, that when I'm talking to people, almost everybody I talk to says, oh yeah, it's important. I don't have any, but it's important. 50% of Americans who admit that they don't have adequate life insurance. So again, you talk to enough people and you're going to find out that they're going to raise their hand and say, yeah, I don't have adequate or enough life insurance. And then 44% of Americans who own an individually purchased life insurance policy. Excuse me, that didn't read right, or I didn't read it right. But that's just saying, a lot of people will have their policy through work, through a job, but only 44% actually own their policy. And that's so important, to actually own your own policy. All right, so getting your house in order. If you spend any amount of time around InVida, you're going to hear that phrase, getting your house in order. So there are 4 cornerstones of a strong financial future. And you want to put together a plan for your future. And so I would ask you, what is your plan? Do you have a plan for your future? What does 5 years look like? What does 10 years look like? Do you have a plan for your future? Well, right, the keystone of any solid plan is going to be life insurance. You need to have the proper life insurance for the family. A friend of mine taught me years ago that you've got to protect the income. And so if the primary breadwinner in the household were to pass away, that income is gone. And so super important to protect the income. So that's where life insurance comes into play. Then, of course, it needs to be secure. Your plan needs to be secure. What you're going to do needs to be secure. So if your plan for the future, if your plan for retirement is, I've got a 401k, then guess what? Your plan is not secure, right? Because it's been great. The market's been great. It's gone up. It's going up. People making money. But you always, that saying, what goes up must come down. And if 2000, 2008, 2009 didn't teach us anything, it's that the stock market is not the place for security. So you need security in your plan. And then your plan also needs to be tax beneficial. It needs to have tax benefits, right? The most expensive money that you're going to get is earned income. So you want to have tax benefits. And then you also want to have the opportunity for growth in your plan. So this plan of yours needs to be able to allow you to grow beyond where you're at, right? So I think a lot of times the problem that people have, you hear a lot about, issues of debt, and debt can be an issue, but really at the core of it, I think the real issue is a money issue. The fact is that people don't have enough money. It's not that I live in a place that's too expensive for me. It's that I don't make enough money to pay for that place. It's not that the fancy car that I'm driving is more than I had to buy. Well, it probably is. I probably should spend less on the car, but no, it's a money issue. You make more money, and your problems financially go away. And then you want to pay yourself first. Okay, so you definitely want to include that in your plan. Pay yourself first. Reduce your debt, big time. That was huge. And then build equity. And I'll tell you what, you can create equity by building a business like this, because that will create an ongoing passive income for you. And I got to tell you, just my own personal story. It won't take long, but it's just that the reason that I'm here is because I used to stay awake at night. I literally would stay awake at night because I couldn't sleep, because I was worried that if something happened to me and I couldn't, not even so much that if I died, because I had life insurance. So if I died, my family was going to be okay. But if something happened to me and I didn't die, I just got in an accident, and I couldn't go to work and I couldn't make my income, right? Or I had a heart attack or a stroke and I wasn't able to go to work. I wasn't able to create that income. What would happen to my family? And that scared the snot out of me, because I realized that I wasn't in the right vehicle. I had a job, and it paid well, but if I could not go to work, I could not make money. And so by creating by building this business, I have the ability to create an ongoing passive income. And then I can sleep at night. So you can grow it with certainty. So that's your plan. These are many of the carriers, some of the carriers. I don't know if this is many. There's others, but these are some of the carriers that we work with. Find those in our back office as well. So there's a lot of names there I'm sure that you will recognize. All right, let's talk about insurance, life insurance, for just a minute. Do you have the old kind or do you have the new kind? Well, what's the old kind, you say? Well, the old kind pays you when you die. Okay, that's not so bad. That's what life insurance does, right? Well, that's true until the new kind came around. And now you've got life insurance that does three things. It still pays you when you die. So if you die too soon and you're young, I think anytime you die is too soon, but if you die too soon, it pays out, pays your beneficiaries. Okay, so they get the benefit of it. But if you become ill, and this fits into what I was talking about in my worry and my concern, is if you become ill and you're not able to work because something happens, you have that heart attack or stroke that takes you out. It doesn't kill you, but takes you out, right? Or you get cancer or some sort of terminal illness, something major. Become ill. These policies pay. Here's the other thing. What if you live too long? You could die too soon, but what if you live too long? And you outlive the money that you had set aside for retirement? Well, then you got to figure out how to go back and make more money. So we have policies that are going to help you set aside money that you will not outlive. It'll be money that'll give you a lifetime income. So that's cool. I'm excited about those products. I get excited about sharing those with people. So we developed a unique structure. Sorry, I went over that one pretty quick. got the little 5-star or little 5 points here. So we've got various divisions within our company, right? So where can you fit in? Friends and family. Okay, this is going to resonate for some people, and then other people, this is not going to resonate for. Some people are going to be like, oh yeah, I'm all about the friends and family. I've got a huge network of people that I can talk to. And then other people are like, no, I don't want to, my friends don't want to hear from me. My family don't want to hear from me. I've sold them everything from encyclopedias to, all kinds of stuff, right? So they don't want to hear from you. They don't want to see you. So that's okay. That's okay, but we have it available. Then there's advanced markets. Rick likes talking about advanced markets. Advanced markets is so advanced that only Mike B understands advanced markets. Probably Mike Wilson also. I don't. Now I'm learning them. But yeah, we have advanced markets. And then there's a business to business. So man, this one is great because for people that don't want to buy leads, you can go out. You don't ever have to buy a lead. You just go out and talk to business owners, and you can develop business out of that activity. And that's the key, is activity, right? You got to do the right activity, but activity is the key. And I did a meeting today with a business owner. He's got 35 employees, and even if I don't write policies on all of those employees, even if I did a quarter of those employees was able to help, it's still helping a lot of people, right? And I didn't pay for a lead. I just called up a business owner, had a meeting, set a meeting with them, and set up a presentation. So super simple, and we teach people how to do that. It doesn't cost anything. Then there's the Medicare, right? We got the Medicare program. I literally know nothing about the Medicare program. Now, I should probably learn some things about the Medicare program, but I literally know nothing about the Medicare program. But let me tell you why that's okay. Because we have experts who totally understand and know the Medicare program. And so if you hire somebody, or you are a person coming in that wants to work in the Medicare program, we have people that are going to teach you and train you and know that program. So it doesn't matter that I don't know it, because you're going to plug into that system. Okay, and then the last one here is the Educators Retirement / Financial Literacy Platform. So it's just another avenue, another way in which you can go out, and again, no cost at that one, right? You can go out and talk to teachers. You can go out and talk to administrators within school districts. It does not cost you anything to pick up the phone and talk to them, or to go into their office, or to go across the street and talk to the teacher that lives across the street from you. So lots and lots of opportunities. All right, promotion structures. Let's see what this says here. Basic promotion structure from 60% to 110% in 20 months based on personal production. Now we start everybody at 60%, at a 60% contract, okay? And we'll show that here in a minute. I know that slide's coming up. Then you got your personal producers quick start. So if 20 months seems like that's too long to get, promoted all the way, you could do it in 9 months, okay? You gotta work, but you could do it in 9 months. And then there's a builder's fast track, difference between builder and personal producer. Personal producer is going to be somebody that, I just want to sell. I want to come in and I want to sell some business. Okay, that's personal producer. A builder is somebody who's probably going to sell also, but mostly their focus is going to be on hiring and building a team. And that could be a team locally where you're at. That could be a team that spans various counties. You could stretch into various states. You could be in multiple states. You could go across the United States. We do business in 49 states. So the opportunity is huge. And then there's Medicare. Yep. Our Medicare program, educators, retirement, financial literacy programs. So all of those, there's more details on those in terms of the promotion structure. We're going to get into the compensation breakdown, because this is really probably one of the big reasons that you are here on this call tonight, is that you want to see, want to know, want to understand how you get paid. So this is it. We start everybody at a 60% contract level. What that means is that if you go out and you write a piece of business, and let's say that that business is a $200 monthly premium. Okay, so the client's going to give the insurance company $200 a month. You just earned a commission of $1,440 commission at 60%. Excuse me, at 60%. So let me just simply explain it. The $200 multiplied by 12 months gives you what's called an annual premium. You take that annual premium, that's what you get paid off of, and you multiply it by 60%, that's your commission. So the exercise that I want you to do is, I want you to think about how much money do you need to make. Okay, you're looking at this opportunity because you need to make a certain amount of money. So how much money do you need to make? And then tonight, when we get done with this call, take that 60%, what you just learned right here, and start playing with your calculator and start figuring out and understanding what your activity level is going to need to look like. What you are going to need to do in order to make the kind of money that you need to make. And again, we're all different. All the people that are on this call today probably have different financial goals. Somebody may be here wanting to make an extra $500 a month, while somebody else may be on this call and they want to make an extra, well, not even an extra, they want to make $20,000 a month. It's all possible. It's all available. But play with the numbers there and figure out what you got to do to make it happen. All right, so 1 to 2 sales a week, 6 sales per month could give you $8,600 a month. Okay, so multiply that out by 12 months, you could earn 6 figures. People always ask me, how much can I make doing this? Because I gotta make something. I gotta make good money. Well, I ask them, what's good money? What do you need to make? So again, play with the numbers, figure out for yourself what it is that you need to do. Because this is about you. It's not about me. This is about you. So what do you need to do to earn the income that you need for your family? All right, and then we've got full-time agents. So that was that was an example of part-time agent. Full-time agent is somebody, it's gonna work at it full-time. You got more time in the week. You got take more activity, do more sales, do more appointments, make more phone calls, see more prospects. It'll turn into more sales. Okay. So, but the math works the same way. Now, you may want to reach what's called agency director, I believe is the actual proper term, but agency leader income. Because at that point, you've probably developed a team. Now, I mean, you could do it on your own pin, but at that point, for the most part, people have developed a team. And when you develop a team, now you've gotten into what I was talking about with having a passive income, right? And again, the numbers, just play with the numbers, but you get what's called an override. So at agency director level, you're at an 85% contract. And again, we talked about how we start everybody else at 60%. You can get promoted up. So at agency director, you've got people on your team that are at a lower contract level than you. So you make what's called an override. And that's just the difference between that contract level, right? So that's where, when your team goes out and sells, you start getting checks each month. I thought of this earlier. To me, the perfect example of it was, if you've ever been to a water park and been on the lazy river at a water park, that's what building a business is like. That's what being an agency director is like. It's your lazy river, and the money just flows in. I can imagine Rick right now, just all this money just flowing in everywhere, right? I don't know. That's how I see it. So I think I went faster than I was expecting. So there are extra perks. There's other stuff. There's cash bonuses, incentives, this thing called President's Council Retreat, profit sharing privilege that you could get partake in, business legacy program. So you're 100% vested in the event of disability, retirement, death. You have the right to sell your business. So when you reach that level I was talking about. All right, here's the personal bonus structure. All right, so when you do, this is based on submitted. And you know what? I don't like to go backwards, but I do want to mention this because if you're on the call tonight and you're looking and comparing perhaps InVida with other businesses, let's say there's business ABC or business XYZ out there that you're looking at, and you're comparing, you're trying to figure out where home is going to be for you. One of the things I want you to consider is how you get promoted. Here with InVida, you get promoted based on your submitted premium. A lot of other companies are going to promote you based on your issue paid premium. Now, what's issue paid? If you're from outside of the industry, I'll take just a second to explain what that even means. So issue paid is you go into a house, you write the policy, you send it to the insurance company, and maybe it gets approved or maybe it doesn't. It's going to depend. It's going to go through an underwriting process, right? So with InVida, you get promoted and you get bonused based on submitted premium, okay? This is what you can control. This is what I can control. I can control the activity level that I take, and I go out, I make the phone calls, I set the appointments, I go run the appointments, I write the application and submit the business. I control all of that. I did my work. I can't control whether or not the person that I'm working with has, some sort of something that would disqualify them. I don't know that. I can't know that. So I don't control that aspect of it. So here at InVida, you get promoted based on what you submit. A lot of other companies, and I would suggest you just clarify and find out if the other companies you're looking at promote based on submitted or if they promote based on issue paid. It's a key thing. So anyway, this is the bonus structure. You get free money when you produce $10,000 annual premium in a month. You get $150. They'll put it right into your checking account, and it is non-chargebackable, meaning that if a piece of business falls out, that client doesn't stick for some reason, which is frowned upon. Nobody wants that, but they don't take your money away. So that's cool. So 15,000, you get 250. At 50,000, they're going to give you $2,000. So, yeah, it's nice. Everybody likes free money. So there's your bonus. And then look at here. Next steps. I love it. My timer just went off. I made it to the last slide. Isn't that awesome? So next steps. So whoever invited you here tonight, you're going to want to reach out to them. You're going to want to touch base with them and find out what you do next. Now, it's assuming that you are excited about what you see and you want to move forward. Now, if you've got more questions, you still want to reach out and get those questions answered. Now, if hired, you're going to complete the 6 steps. If you don't know what the 6 steps are, then you need to ask whoever invited you here to explain what that is as well. I know I got a call today about one of the 6 steps. So, yeah, so definitely make sure you understand what the 6 steps are, because for you to be successful with InVida, you're going to want to get through those. A lot of that has to do with just getting licensed if you're not licensed already. And then lastly, you're going to select the division that best suits you. Again, talk to the person that invited you, because rather than you actually making that decision and not having all the information that you need to make that, you're going to want to lean upon their knowledge and their understanding and what they probably suggest to you. So guys, that is what I've got for you. That's all the presentation. So yeah, there we go. Good job. You guys survived. You did it. We made it through. So we don't normally open it up for questions. I don't have all the answers, so I definitely wouldn't be the guy to take questions. But like I said, get with the person that brought you, invited you, and follow up with them and get your questions answered. Or if you're ready to get started, then they should be able to send you a link to get you started. So guys, ladies, appreciate you all taking time to come tonight, and hopefully we will see you tomorrow. For those of you that are in the Sacramento or Northern California area, get there. 11 o'clock, Cool River Pizza in Rockland. If you're outside of the area, again, get with the person that invited you here tonight, and there is a link that you can jump in and you can watch. So you can get that, you can get the secret to success that Tim and Manny are going to be sharing tomorrow. So, all right, guys, that's all we got.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks. Bye.